Tonight, we have award contenders, and of course, I would not forget those independent movies you love so well. And I have another free movie to give away. All that and a whole lot more for you tonight on Outtakes, as cinematic class is about to begin, and your professor is in. Greetings, salutations, and other sundry affair. I am your cinematic professor and purveyor of truth in movies. And as you can tell, I am ready for the holidays, wearing my official Rex Reel holiday jacket. A lot more stuff to come up to. Tonight we have a jam-packed show, so I want to start off, and I want to start off with this one simply because Robert Bronzi has garnered an immense cult following. Now, for those of you who may be uninitiated, Robert Bronzi is the Charlie Bronson lookalike. His films are all send-ups, and for some reason, this guy has connected with a global audience, and his movies just go bonkers. His latest one is called Escape from Death Block 13. There are so many scenes that are rip-offs from previous Charlie Bronson movies. You'll recognize them all as soon as you see them. It's a whole lot of fun to watch if you haven't seen one of his movies. This might be a good one to start with.
I'm Nicholas Kovacs. Laszlo was my brother. You owe for his family $12,750.
Assault, attempted murder, extortion charges. That judge is going to throw the book at you. We could use your help.
What do you want from me?
You're going to be sent to Pleasant Hill. Now, some of the inmates there, they have knowledge about the drug smuggling ring. You're going to be my ears, my eyes. If you hear, see something, you let me know.
Prisoner 258, step out of your cell.
You've been here like what, 21 hours? You already thinking about escaping?
We're going to fight back.
Get back, Benoit! Get back, Benoit!
Come on, let's go this way.
I want them dead. Finish the job.
Who's he working for? FBI? DEA?
Want me to break your balls with this?
That dude is bad news.
Get their attention.
Life's out of control.
So I want to pull a couple of movies together for you here. One of them is not an awards contender. The other two are. First, let's talk about Dune. That's up for several awards at the end of the year, mostly SFX awards. And wow, this reminds me an awful lot of Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. You know, there are some people who just love that book, love that trilogy, and Peter Jackson could do no wrong. Those movies could have gone on for weeks, and people would have sat and watched them. I think this new Dune series is going to be the same. I kind of like the older versions a little bit better. One movie and you're out. This is part one. I got to tell you, part one is way too long. It's very unexciting. It's so dragged out that even the action scenes you find yourself yawning at. I certainly hope they pick up the pace in episodes 2 and 3, or this is going to be one of the lamest trilogies ever to come down the pike. Netflix is showing a movie called Red Notice, and it's garnering an awful lot of attention. It's actually pretty funny. If you liked The Hitman's Bodyguard, all right, and I did. I laughed a lot in that movie. Keep Ryan Reynolds. Throw out Samuel L. Jackson and put in Dwayne Johnson. And then throw out Salma Hayek, which you should never do, and put in Gal Gadot. And basically it's the same movie, but Netflix has softened it. Hitman's Bodyguard was rated R, and some of the comedy was rather ribald, as was some of the language. This is just, PG in nature. The family can watch it. So it's a scaled down, toned down version of Hitman's Bodyguard, and it has a lot of funs in it. Not really a good ending to it, but other than that, it's not bad. And finally, I want to mention Anton Fuqua. I have a problem with Fuqua's movies in that he always puts an ending in there that doesn't quite fit. Okay? He does the same thing in this one. It's called Guilty. But I got to tell you, he directs Jake Gyllenhaal in this. And wow, what a performance. Jake is being considered for Best Actor considerations. And he could deserve it. I mean, he does a good job in this movie. In fact, this movie so centers around his character that it could be shown or performed as a one-man play. The movie is called Guilty. And now, here's a little look at all three of those films.
The outsiders ravage our land. Their cruelty to my people is all I've known.
So you're going tomorrow?
Yes, I'm going tomorrow with the advance team.
I'd like you to take me with you.
Are you trying to get me court-martialed?
Can I trust you with something? I've been having dreams about a girl falling in battle. Felt like a vision.
Dreams make good stories, but everything important happens when we're awake.
To the future of House Atreides.
You have to be ready.
There is no call we do not answer. There is no faith that we betray.
They're not human, they're brutal.
What if I'm not dead? You'll still be the only thing I ever needed you to be.
Come on!
My son. I know you.
Tonight, the bloodline ends forever. Kill them all.
This is an extermination. They're picking my family off one by one. Only together can we stand a chance.
Let's fight like demons.
It's not safe for you here.
I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. When the fear is gone, only I will remain.
This is only the beginning.
Special Agent John Hartley, FBI. Been tracking your scores for a while now. Every city, every heist. Now that you've been tagged with red notices, you've become the world's most wanted criminals. And I'm the only one who can bring you in.
Where'd you get that jacket? It's a statement piece. Somewhere there's a very nude cow whispering, worth it.
No, you heard about me,
Looking for something specific or just browsing?
You're under arrest.
Oh my God. Read the room.
Girls will
You want to arrest me? Arrest me.
I just want the egg.
Help me catch her, and I will help you.
Teamwork.
Live and direct, you know we get down. Team. It feels weird in my mouth.
Hello, boys. How's it going with your partner in crime?
We're work wives.
We're not work wives.
Sister wives.
We're not any kind of wives. We both know that this whole thing is going to end with you in handcuffs.
Promises.
Know you heard about me, right?
What is the address of your emergency?
I don't know.
Give me the phone. Who's that? Is there someone with you?
Yes.
Does the person who would know you called us?
No. He put me in the back of the van and I can't see anything.
Have you been abducted?
Yes.
Hello? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Send units right now.
I need a better location. No.
Follow it! Emily?
I'm gonna die.
No, nobody's gonna die. Just tell me where you are. Emily?
Another movie that's being considered for End of the Year award accolades, and I think you're really going to like this one. I know I did. It's Belfast, the latest movie from Kenneth Branagh. You know, this is a really good flick, and when you see it, you will notice the cinematography. It is outstanding. It truly is. Van Morrison does the soundtrack for this movie, and it fits in perfectly. He's mixed some new songs in with some of his old songs. It's nice. Jude Hill plays the little boy in this movie, and working with kids is exceptionally difficult. Kudos to Kenneth Branagh because he has really pulled out of this little boy an amazing performance. I think you'll like this one. It's called Belfast.
We all have a story to tell. But what makes each one different is not how the story ends, but rather the place where it begins. Holy God.
Mama says if we went across the water, they wouldn't understand the way we talk.
If they can't understand you, then they're not listening. You know who you are, don't you? You're Buddy from Belfast, where everybody knows you.
Hey, Buddy! Your mom's calling you yet!
We're looking to cleanse the community a wee bit. You wouldn't want to be the odd man out in the street. Touch my family and I'll kill you.
Are we gonna have to leave Belfast?
We'll fight this together.
This is it? This is what? This is war.
We're living in a civil war.
What do you want?
I want my family with me. I want you. Kids the same age as ours are getting killed. We can give these boys a better chance than we ever had.
I know nothing else but Belfast.
Go now. Don't look back.
There are a veritable plethora of people who say it's not Christmas until they see Hans Gruber fall off of that tower. Okay? And you get the chance to do that, too, if you're a member of the House of Feruza Cigar Lounge. Boy, Sam has put together a really nice Christmas party down here. They're going to show the movie Die Hard, which is a lot of people's favorite Christmas movie, shall we say. There's going to be gifts there, cigars. He's bringing in a honey-baked ham for all of you to eat. There's going to be some potluck stuff there. You know, this thing is great. It's going to be held on December the 19th, which is a Sunday, and it's going to be held at 5 p.m. You know, The House of Fairuza Barbershop is what keeps me looking good. And the Cigar Lounge is just a great place to go, especially if you're a guy and you just need some guy time. This is the place you want to be. Their parties have been great. I told you about the Halloween party, the Thanksgiving party, and now this is the Christmas party. Once again, it is members only for this. Well, Professor, why? Tell us about it. Because there's still time for you to become a member. Call down there, talk to Sam. He'll tell you all about the benefits of membership, the reasonable fees. You get your own locker down there with your name on it. It's really great stuff. And you can attend the Christmas party, which sounds like an awful lot of fun. That's the House of Fairuza Barbershop and Cigar Lounge. It's located at the corner of South Park Road and Drake Road, which, by the way, is now open. So there you go. Now I got to put you on a little bit of a downer because this movie, The Power of the Dog, with one of my favorite actors, Benedict Cumberbatch, and I can't believe he really did this movie. It's just really, really bad. But it's up for an awful lot of awards. In fact, the group that I am a charter member of, the Critics' Choice Association, formerly the Broadcast Film Critics Association, has nominated this movie for 10 different year-end awards. People, I barely made it to the end of this movie. That's how, well, you know what? Jane Campion is the writer and director, well, not the writer, adapted screenplay, but she's the director of this. Oh my God, does this movie drag? It is so boring. And I got to tell you, it's nothing shocking. It's nothing new. All it does is promote the homosexual agenda. If you remember some years back, Ang Lee did Brokeback Mountain, which was bringing the homosexuality into a Western. That's all this movie does. So it's not groundbreaking or, all these accolades that you hear coming out on it. We've seen this before, been there, done that, and unfortunately they got somebody really good like Cumberbatch to play in this thing. Look, the bottom line on this movie is it basically says that you're not a man until you go queer, okay? So there's your story. And as far as Westerns are concerned, there's no typical Western action in this thing at all. I will say one thing about it. The cinematographer put in some great vista shots. But man, other than that, this movie is lame sauce. Here's a look.
It's just a man. Only another man.
On the last show, I not only gave you some of the top reviews for movies that were being released, I also gave you the opportunity to win a free movie. And we're going to do it again. This one is a good one. Donnie Yen, for those of you that are fans, and he's with Nicholas Say in this. Boy, these two are great in this. This is called Raging Fire. And you know what? We're going to do something a little bit different for this one. Instead of having you mail in postcards and what have you, that got a little bit cumbersome and some fell under the desk and crazy kind of stuff. All you have to do to win your free copy, this is on Blu-ray. It has both the original Mandarin and the English language version, lots of bonuses, behind-the-scenes featurettes. I'm going to ask you to go on the Outtakes with Rex Reel Facebook page and direct message me. Now, don't put it in a post because I don't want you to post your address and what have you on Facebook. That's not good. Make sure you do a direct message to me. Leave me your name and your address. I've got about 24 of these to give away So the first 24 people will win themselves a nice copy of Raging Fire. I don't remember Raging. Well, no wonder when I first did the review on it, it was probably 4 months ago. So for those of you that may have forgotten, here's what I originally said about Donnie Yen's Raging Fire. Want to leave you tonight, because we're fast running out of time, with an absolutely excellent martial arts Hey, Donnie Yen is in this. You know, there's an awful lot of martial arts stars who are getting up there in age, and it's showing because there's not really a young group coming up to replace them. Donnie Yen, even though he's getting older, can still pull this off. Folks, this movie was great. He teams up with Nicholas Tse, and the two of them are huge in the Asian film market. So putting these two together is a box office bonanza. When you watch this movie, you will see that there are techniques taken from John Woo. All right? And John Woo is one of my favorite directors. So I spotted them immediately and said, yes, this is, if you're going to copy somebody, this is the guy to do it. There is some great cinematography in this, not only for the fight scenes, but, you know, aerial shots, now drone shots and what have you. There's some really good point of view shots in here too, which they kind of, you know, borrow from video games. I think you'll like this one. It's just put together, and the nice thing about it is Donnie Yen, you know, he can fight. So they don't have to do that quick close-up edit to make it look like he can. You pull the camera out, let the man do his thing. It's an awful lot of fun. The name of the movie is called Raging Fire. You're going to like this one. Here's a look.
有啲嘢我想請教你，咩人咁目無法紀，咁冇人性，咁冷血，拉晒佢哋咪天下太平咯？你點睇？
Say we are fast running out of time, but I wanted to sneak this one movie in just, you know, I am a big Scott Adkins fan. He's one of the better martial artists making movies today. And they teamed him up with veteran Dolph Lundgren in a movie called Castle Falls. I had a whole lot of fun watching this. And if you're an action fan like I am, you're going to enjoy not only gunplay, but really good fight scenes as well. Here's a look at Castle Falls.
Skills? Degrees?
Did a bit of construction back in the UK between fights.
You're in luck. They've been at it a week, but there's a couple days left.
He says she's strong enough to accept the transplant. She can't do any more chemotherapy. She's very sick now.
I got a proposition for you.
I'm sorry, I don't make deals with inmates.
Look, it's money in it for you.
How much?
$3 million. Cash.
Everything's gonna be fine, don't worry.
$3 million in a building that's gonna be dust inside 3 hours. Follow the guard. Find the money.
I remember asking for your help, mate.
Want to tell me who you are before I kill you? Maybe we'll just wait till the whole place blows.
Say the clock on the wall says we got to skedaddle here now. But I don't want to leave before I say that we're going to take a little bit of time off, spend it with family and friends for the holidays. I certainly hope that you go ahead and do the same on behalf of Dave and everyone here at BPTV and everyone associated with Outtakes with Rex Reel. I want to wish you the best and merriest of Christmas and, of course, a wonderful new year. Let's hope 2022 is a lot better than 2020. 21. And now that you have learned what you have learned, here endeth your lesson. Buona Natale.